Scorpio, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for mid-September. I actually have something unique for every zodiac. If I've forgotten and you're watching some of your other placements, I'm trying to remember to do this for everyone. This is a synopsis of some of the guidance for the 999 portal that we went through about a week ago, because we just recently closed up a cycle during this eclipse season. Since 2016, we all have been in a collective 9-year cycle. That's why we are in number 9 year of the Hermit. We won't have another 9-year of the Hermit until 2034. So in essence, we're wrapping up the last 9 years, everything that we decided to learn on the soul level and our growth process. And now we're planting new seeds and we're looking ahead at the next 9 years and how we're going to integrate from that spiritual growth mindset what we've just gone through and apply it to the next 9 years so we can level up. So for you, the biggest theme that I gathered with when I sat with this energy was around your own empowered transformation. You know, you are not the same person you were, obviously, since 2016, but what you've been learning a lot about is independence and how to stand on your own, no matter who you surround yourself with. Let's now talk about this 999 portal for you Scorpios tuning in, and thank you for being here. Dear Scorpio, the 999 portal closes a 9-year collective cycle. For you, cycles of secrecy, control, and carrying unspoken pain now dissolve, creating space for liberation, emotional depth, and empowered transformation. Old shadows lose their hold as light enters your hidden places. Yeah, old shadows lose their hold. The universe invites you to trust the process of release, to honor the wisdom of endings, and to step boldly into a rebirth. Walk forward knowing that your truth is power, your spirit is unbreakable, and your soul rises through every transformation with clarity and strength. Okay. Your truth is power, Scorpio. And obviously, your spirit is unbreakable. All right. You know what? I'm going to go straight into the tarot because that's what I picked up first. I've been going with the oracle with every sign. So we're just going to go straight in. All right. There could be something pressing. Maybe you arrived at this reading really worried about a situation. We are in eclipse season, so there could be some sudden shifts, sudden changes, ahas, epiphanies, realizations. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Scorpio. Let's look at the current and crossing. Let's just start there. Current and crossing energy for Scorpio for the rest of September, Spirit. Where are you? Okay, 4 cups. You're either disappointed or somebody's disappointed around you. I think you're trying to stay positive about a situation in your life. It's been emotional for everyone, I'm hearing. Queen of Pentacles. It could be a work situation. Queen of Pentacles is the healer of the deck. It's the divine feminine healer in us all. So you could be trying to heal from a disappointment, or have been for a while now, okay? It could be acute, it could be a chronic thing, but it's something that is a strong enough energy. It's where your set point is in this reading. I think you're trying to ground and center and do a lot of self-care, emotionally trying to shift into a more positive vibration. And I think you do have people around you that are helping you through this, helping you with this. This could be people at work where you've been dealing with a difficult situation, but there are still yet people that you enjoy being around. If it's not a work situation, this is you just nurturing your own growth, going through something emotional in the recent past. Yeah, and you had to pull your energy back. We have 2 4s now. This is when Spirit steps in and says, okay, you're justified in pulling your energy back and working on yourself at this time. Okay, so you can heal whatever you're feeling inside, right? It could be just over a period of a couple days or a couple months. I want to go into the oracle now before we go any further. But this is you getting grounded and centered. Nurturing your own growth. All right, what we have here. Ooh. Taking action, preparation. Some of these are strong energies for Aquarius. So you could have some new ideas. Oh, yeah. So we have the card of mental health, truth, action, and preparation. Action and preparation came first. So I would say you're in a time period where maybe you have been withdrawn from others on a deeper emotional level. And you're now ready to, you've been preparing, right? Preparing to harvest and take action around something. It could be something that's been heavily on your mind, where it's been a bit icy between you and another person. And there's almost like this shadowy aspect, there's some sort of truth being revealed to you, or you are revealing a truth to someone at this time. We have a strong prevalence of threes here. We have 333 with 2 and 7. So this has to do with a connection and seeing from a spiritual perspective and getting a lot of assistance from the higher realms. This is around self-mastery. There's something that you are initiating and taking action on, where you are learning how to create more balance in a more yin energy. When I look at this mental health card, it's about your yin energy. It's about feeling like if you've had a lot going on, you're trying to ground and take care of yourself and see the truth of how you are dealing and coping, right? This is our coping mechanisms with whatever we're dealing with, and how to nurture yourself and ground in your energy so you don't, I'm getting this overwhelmment, maybe with taking on too much. She's climbing a mountain in a dress and she's fierce, right? She can do it. But you don't want to do it at the expense of, it's like slowing down your pace and taking a deep breath, Scorpio. Maybe you've been very busy and you have been trying to work on a little bit more of that self-nurturing energy during Virgo season. So I see that's been very important. There's also, I'm getting that you have done a lot of work on yourself in your 3D reality, that sense of stability and security has been very important to you, especially emotionally, because the Queen of Pentacles is over the 4 cups. And maybe you have sought some help, or you have been going to people and you've been reading books and you've been learning and growing, and you're exposing more truth to yourself about your path. This could have been your 9-year journey too, where you went down a rabbit hole of understanding your patterns and your limiting beliefs and doing a lot more healing work. And now you are in this newer frequency of feeling more strong and solid in your sense of self. But what got you here was being deeply disappointed by a situation. So that might resonate with a lot of you. All right, let's now go into moving forward, what you don't see coming at this time. Ooh, 6 of Pentacles. I like that. 9 of Pentacles. The World. Yeah. No wonder. You have been slowly but surely wrapping up a cycle where at the heart of it was, what is it like to give and receive energy on equal footing? And what is it like to be generous with other people in a way where there were no expectations to receive anything, and letting go of control? It does seem like you've been in a process of really opening slowly but surely throughout this whole cycle. And now you stand at this precipice of a new dawn, and you see the truth of your patterns. You see the truth of where you've arrived. And it's a big, karmic graduation point for everyone, this eclipse portal. But especially it feels like what you've learned how to do is let go and surrender to the will of the universe. And there's been some unexpected gifts, or there will be unexpected gifts coming in at the end. This is like when you graduate. And I remember when I graduated from college and I got a car. Granted, it was my dad's beat up truck, but I was so excited because it was mine. It was in my name. I could do what I wanted with it. So there's some sort of long-standing unexpected gift. And it could come, I don't think it's coming in the form of a material object. Maybe it is for some of you. Like, I've been working my ass off. I'm finally going to buy that car. But this is more the gifts that you don't expect in the gift of growth. And the gift of putting yourself first and taking care of yourself in new ways. I like it. Very beautiful energy, Scorpio. Let's go into, now I want to talk about the overall general energy for the rest of the month of September. Because we are shifting out of Virgo season. We're going into Libra season. I see you taking action towards creating and manifesting more abundance for yourself. Taking a bite out of the big apple and going for it. So some of you are initiating, launching new projects with the King of Wands here at the bottom. You could be drawn to something that is satisfying you on a deep level. You're putting some sort of disappointment behind you for sure at this time, Scorpio. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Wow. It is the end of an era. Okay. It is. It is. Whew. I like to see this. I think this is you no longer being disconnected from you and grounding so much in your own frequency, in your own authentic sense of self, that you know who you are so much now on your own that you can tap in anytime. Tap in. With the Ten of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So this to me says it's the end of you looking at your life from a negative point of view, because you are in such a strong center of your own self in your own growth. You graduated. You now are open to you're trusting. This is basically saying, maybe for a long time I didn't trust the process. And now I'm coming out having realized I have achieved a new level of self-mastery. And it's time for me to end my old ways of operating, my old ways of being. And I'm going to stay positive and I'm going to stay open. You have a lot of love coming towards you, Scorpio, and it could be unexpected for you. Three of Wands. This is your ships coming in, karmic graduation, letting go of an old cycle where you maybe were very tested, right? In your resiliency, in your capacity to maybe scale, right? A mountain to get to a more prosperous place in all things, body, mind, and spirit. And it tested your mental health. Maybe you had to uncover some of your behaviors. Maybe you had to look at other people's masks and you didn't like what you saw, right? People who would say one thing and do another. Maybe you got disappointed by multiple people on this journey. But you are no stranger to going deep and understanding the psychological workings of others, especially yourself. And it's paid off. It's really paid off big time. I'm telling you, the growth that you have done spiritually is paying off for you, right? There's something around you needing to take a break from the way you approach your work at this time, Scorpio. Some of you overwork yourself and you need to create more balance. Okay? Especially for Libra season, it is about the harmonization of our work lives, our family lives, and our individual solitude lives, right? There's this aspect I think we all need to hold dear is and I cannot emphasize this more, and a lot of readers are doing this that are real strongly led by spirit. Your spiritual practices are your lifeblood, your lifeline for these times. And you need to be doing them diligently, okay? And I think a lot of you are. You're seeing the truth of if you don't put yourself first, you will suffer. If you don't start taking care of yourself, you will suffer. Your health is everything, right? That's one thing I've learned. If I am, burning out and I'm burning the candle at both ends and I'm not taking care of myself, I suffer. So I think that you've learned how to do that more. This could be, literally eating healthier foods. Taking action to change some habits. All right. Ooh, we have the Lovers. Some of you are, yeah. There could be something that, I like this because I am seeing an indication of you've done this beautiful act of courage in unmasking yourself and deepening and ending, maybe for some of you, the betrayal wounds that you've carried for a long time. You have shifted in your vibration and you are now attracting and magnetizing more love into your life. We have the Knight of Cups leading the charge here, and now we have the Lovers. So there is a deep soul bond here. Now we have the Sun. Scorpio, I say, a lot of you who are wanting to call in and you've been waiting a long time to experience equal balanced in the building, right, of a healthy love bond. I see love coming in. I do. I see a beautiful love being offered to you, and you need to not catastrophize it or look at it from a fatalistic point of view because you are in a different vibration, right? Sovereign, empowered transformation. You've looked at all these hidden places within you. You haven't shied away from this growth. So let's read the Lovers and the Sun. Wow, this is a lot of happiness coming in through maybe all of your connections at this time, feeling the love, or a particular connection. Flamingos and bluebirds. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life, Scorpio. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. Follow your heart. And the Sun, Bluebird. Your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. You'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments you so richly deserve. Scorpio, you are getting recognition. It's now time for you to experience real, lasting, healthy love. Okay? You've released the past. You've honored the wisdom of this ending. You've put it behind you. And you have a beautiful love coming towards you that's going to create a lot of happiness. You've waited a long time, a lot before this type of love experience. It suits you. It matches you. It's meeting you at your frequency. This is beautiful. Now let's clarify. Oh, I didn't do the opportunity and challenge. That's the most important part here. What is your opportunity as you surrender to this beautiful connection? And I say that the Hangman came out right as I said surrender. Surrender to it. Let go. And this is about not controlling a dang thing about it. Right? Trust. The Hangman. Your opportunity is to enjoy a complimentary other, a significant other. Maybe somebody, if it's not a romantic lover, this is falling in love with your spiritual journey and falling in love with your path and experiencing your life from an enlightened perspective and doing a lot of soul work. It's when we reach different plateaus and different vantage points in the process of ascension, we start vibrating at a higher frequency. And once we do that, we actually move from a negative polarity to a positive polarity, and we actually resonate with greater love, coherence, greater hope, greater faith, greater truth. And I see that that's where you are. So if you're calling in love, it's coming in. If you're calling in greater abundance, it's coming in. They want you to enjoy it. Take your time in it. You don't need to rush through life at a feverish pace. This is slowing down and being patient. The challenge. Five of Swords. Well, this is walking away from conflict. And sometimes the Five of Swords can indicate when you need to stand up for yourself. So you might have to speak up about something. This feels separate than to some other things going on. Yeah, this is, I think, overall, you saying, for a while, I will admit, as a Scorpio moon and a Scorpio Venus, I almost felt maybe addicted to pain because it made me feel things on a very deep level. I know that sounds crazy, but as a Scorpio, we can almost dwell in our own darkness, in the shadow of hurt, of pain. And I'm seeing here that you are standing above that and beyond that at this time and realizing it served a purpose, but you don't need to rely on that as your growth edge. Your growth edge is now more embodying the light than the dark. It's a huge shift. Let's get a frequency. Authenticity and emergence. Wow. Authenticity. And we have 1 with 7. The energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives with others as well as with ourselves. And maybe that's what this whole journey has taught you. It's time for you to be completely honest. Speak your truth in all things, Scorpio. And that's what the Five of Swords is. It's speaking your truth, even when you want to stay quiet and just bypass or walk around on eggshells, or, it's that, oh, well, if I say something, it's going to ruffle some feathers. So what? There's something around standing up for yourself at this time. We have emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. So, speaking your truth doesn't have to be heavy. It can be light. And that was Spirit is indicating. When we stand in our own authentic sovereign energy, we actually become more childlike and more innocent. It's stripping away at the layers that have made us bristle to life, that made us shield ourselves from opening up to other people on deep levels. I feel like you're letting your guard down and you're letting love in, Scorpio, and you're actually emerging out of a timeline where you were tested to be completely honest with self and others. All right, let's look at this. Hangman and Five of Swords. No, they don't want me to use that. They want me to use Astro Matrix. I hear you. Okay. Why is the Hangman here? I do think you have a connection, bringing in a lot of happiness, a lot of, like, you enjoy listening to their perspective. I feel like there's so much healing going on, and you coming out of your shell, right? It's like, put the stinger away, Scorpio. You know, this is when you're kind of like, can I trust this? I've been betrayed before. The Hermit. Shining a light in the darkness. The Star. Wow. I'm not going to do that one. I don't even know what it was, but they said put that away. This is it. The Seven. Yeah, this is Seven of Wands. This is reclaiming your power. Your own divine wisdom. I mean, the Hermit and the Hangman are very the major arcana of the Hermit, the Hangman, okay, and the Star. This is Virgo, Aquarian, and Piscean energy, okay? Water, earth, and air with fire. So it's almost like you're showing me and Spirit's showing me your opportunities to balance how you are showing up inside of yourself and outside of yourself. Your earth energy is screaming, ground in your truth, ground in who you are. You know who you are now, Scorpio. Shine a light in all the places in you that want to hide. Hermit. Your Star energy, heavy water energy. I'm sorry, heavy Aquarian energy. Sorry, I was going to go talk about the Hangman next, but we're going to go with the Star next. This is seeing a vision for your future and letting your higher self, your true self, lead the way. Okay? So hold on to the vision. There's a lot of actualizing the highest path for you. Whenever I see the Star energy, that's your highest timeline. And it's coming from your spiritual core. This is your blueprint, right? For your own healing journey. And then we have this Piscean energy of the Hangman, which is what we just went through with this lunar eclipse. And then we have the Hermit with the solar eclipse, okay? So we have sandwiched in between that is protect your vision, protect this wish fulfillment. Some of you have something so beautiful in your life. Don't let anything pollute it, whether it's a dream, a calling, your growth, your individuality, your sovereignty, this love bond, this connection, this child. There's something around reclaiming your sense of divine authority over your own path, coming from a deep spiritual core. And I mean, this is massive learning. Your water energy is hanging out, being patient. And you're actually you're basically walking into this next 9-year cycle knowing exactly what you want to do and saying, you know what, it requires two things of you. It requires you to believe in the vision, to honor the gifts that are being bestowed on you as a result of the climb, the ascent, and you actually receiving what you asked for. But it's also in the Seven of Wands energy and your fire energy. Don't worry about everything else. Seven of Wands energy is like, I have to protect what's mine, right? And feeling like you have to cling to it. So this is let go of control. That's what I see in your opportunity. You've arrived at a new vantage point in self. And what it all is saying to you is drop the control. Just let go. Just let go. Can you do that every day? It's hard. That is one of the hardest lessons. That's basically, can you live from a place of surrender? Because you have graduated from a timeline now of growth. And in the middle of it, you were like, I am so pissed off at the universe. I can't believe this shit. And now you're at the end going, oh, okay, I see now. Oh. And I see that it's when we actually receive what we wanted all along, but we didn't get it 5 years ago. And now it's like, what did you learn 5 years ago that you can apply now on this next 9-year cycle? And the challenge too is you don't have to fight for what you want. It will be delivered unto you when you arrive at that point. So this is literally trusting the process no matter what. And that is so hard. You know how hard that is? You're actually really challenging yourself, especially around happiness and choosing love, choosing happiness. Wow, this is deep spiritual work, okay? I will say that. Very deep spiritual work, Scorpio. I'm very, very impressed. We have the Emperor. This is empowered transformation. Taking a stand, and a lot of you, this is about reclaiming your power after giving your power away multiple times in situations that weren't serving you, but aligning you with your own growth. And it feels so good, doesn't it? It feels so good. Oh my God, we have so many major arcana in your opportunity and challenge. Oh my God. Scorpio, this is like setting the past on fire. Saying and alchemizing it and just using that fire, right, to create a new reality. I say your challenge here is to learn how to compromise, collaborate, work with other people, work with spirit, move forward, not fighting your way through life, but surrendering your way through every day. I mean, you were really taking on this is like some big kahunas. I would say you guys some big kahunas, all the ladies and gents out there, like you're like, I'm going to do what I set out to do in this lifetime. This is the Chariot, the Temperance, and the Emperor over the Five of Swords. Your challenge is to take back your power, to move forward with your own sense of confidence, balancing out polarities, balancing out your light and shadow. These are both light and shadow energies, right? And what do we need? Balance, moderation, understanding they both have their place. This is the integration of the higher self in body. So this is you saying, you know what? My ego has kicked up a storm. I can now look at my shadowy aspects, honor them, accept them. They no longer have the reins. Okay? Deep, deep integration work. I love this. And if you want to talk about circumstantial energy, this is actually letting somebody in on a deep level. All right. This is healing a divine masculine wound where maybe you had to step into more of your masculine energy to survive a situation. But now it's like, okay, walk away, let it end, and open up and soften, Scorpio. Soften. This could be around your own leadership too. A lot of you moving forward as a leader and building and co-creating with spirit. And it doesn't have to be a fight. That's what I'm seeing here. Five of Swords is like when we feel like we have to be guarded, right? This is guarded energy. And when I clarified, it's all major arcana. 6 over guarded energy. Your opportunity is to let go and find that childlike wonderment in you again, and to live from that place and make that be your goal for the next 9 years, to be honest. And there's a new you emerging. No more secrecy, no more hiding. This is also you stepping into your divine calling and moving forward in it, and not saying, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. It's too much. This is like, and when you want to build something, you just build a little bit every day. It doesn't have to happen overnight. This is being patient. You learned patience when it came to the last cycle. Now apply that patience with what you want to build next. All right, let's now get into the universal love. Wow. There's a lot of signs that are rising from the ashes here and alchemizing a lot of pain into power. And Scorpio, you all are doing it impressively so. This 9-year cycle is complete. As I say that, spiritual freaking growth. That's what it's all about. Spiritual growth. And that's what you've done, my friends. Spiritual growth. Wow, I can't wait to see what this says. Spiritual growth. Let's see. This is a very special time of deep spiritual awareness and growth, Scorpio. Powerful changes are taking place deep within you, and it is important to nurture yourself as this occurs. Take time out to appreciate the beauty and healing energy of nature. Wonder at the trees, delight in the flowers, feel the earth beneath your feet, hear the sacred heart of Gaia, and rejoice in the essence of her nurturing spirit. Walk along the beach, Step into the waves. Feel the ebb and flow of the water and the ebb and flow of your own divinity. You will emerge from this period with a renewed sense of purpose and a heightened ability to tap into the vast pools of knowledge, inspiration, and creativity that dwell within you. Wow. Vast pools of knowledge, inspiration, and creativity. I'll take some of that, please. Scorpio, this is a very powerful time, a powerful shift for you. You've done the work. It's time to take action. You are seeing the truth of a lot of your patterns. There's a lot of happiness coming in. I feel like this next 9-year cycle is going to be like vastly different than the past 9-year cycle. Time to drop your defenses. Drop your shield. Honor the emerging, authentic, sovereign self. The part of you that is 100% unique. So much spiritual growth. Wow. Your advice. 4 cups. That's what we started out with. It all started with a major life disappointment, didn't it? Major disappointment, like big time. Oh, yeah. You've had a lot of disappointing energies, a lot of difficulties in the past. This is you definitely reconciling your past, making peace with it, really making peace with it, understanding the role of every character on the stage and every story that occurred. You were really wrapping up a cycle where now it's time to renew your faith and hope, to soften to life, and to stand strong at the threshold of a new vibrational reality. One of positivity, one of hope, one of endurance, one of faith, one of strength. All right? We have the 6 with the 4. That's the 9 of cups. This next 9-year cycle is all about making yourself happy. Making yourself happy and being in a beautiful place of fulfillment, Scorpio. If you can believe that, this next journey is about your emotional fulfillment. Your ships have come in. You have done the work. You have really, really done deep, deep soul level inner child healing work. Congratulations. Keep the faith. All right? Beautiful spiritual growth. Take care. Namaste.